Hey guys, it's Rainy Cates here checking in with Sheen Magazine. I have the absolute pleasure of sitting here with Henry Stokes, the founder of Atlanta Cigar Week. Atlanta Cigar Week is actually celebrating 7 years. How does that feel?
Yes. It feels amazing. It feels great to just, the original idea, we thought we were just going to be doing a bar crawl. We never thought it would become this big of a thing, and now to grow as one of the largest cigar festivals in the world is super exciting to be something that happened right here in Atlanta, so it feels amazing.
Awesome. So with this being the 7th year, I really want you to walk me through the curation of Atlanta Cigar Week.
So Atlanta Cigar Week, the purpose is always just to kind of take you on the journey around Atlanta. So Atlanta is one of the biggest cigar markets in America, and what's so unique about Atlanta is there's so many different places that you can actually enjoy a cigar for a cigar lover. Atlanta's such a unique market that we have grocery stores that literally you can buy cigars in. Like the Kroger on Glenwood has a humidor in it,
Yeah.
So I think it's just something that's super unique about Atlanta. So we're able to take you places from the Four Seasons, the rooftop of the Four Seasons, all the way to Decatur, and I think that's really, really cool about Atlanta, that any type of cigar vibe that you're looking for, whether it be just a down-home vibe, something chill and relax, or something just super luxury and over the top, you can get all of that in the city, and that's what makes Atlanta Cigar Market so unique. Right. And that's what Atlanta Cigar Week likes to capture,
Right.
For us, it's kind of like a family reunion,
Right.
for cigar smokers.
Right. Yeah. And so tonight being day one,
yes.
As you can see, we are super dressed up because this is showing the top tier of what cigar lovers like to do and the environment you guys love to thrive in.
Right.
With this being lucky number 7, what does this year mean to you?
You know what this year means to me is it's joy, man. It's joy. It means that random idea I had on the couch meant something,
Yeah.
And so it feels good, man. It means
amazing.
a whole lot to me.
So how are you continually contributing to the cigar world?
Well, beyond Atlanta Cigar Week, I also have a factory, so I produce cigars. So one thing I do, what a lot of people don't know, is I've actually helped a lot of black businesses create their own cigar brands. A lot of people I met during Cigar Week are now cigar owners because of my factory. So I'm super, super proud of that, to be able to help people, who look like me get into the industry with their own brand. So that's exciting.
Yes, and I know you're being just a little bit modest, but before we turn the camera on, you were telling me about a wonderful venture that you just embarked on. It's about 2 months old now.
Yeah.
Tell me more about it.
So I actually opened a lounge a couple months ago called the Social House. So the Social House is a cocktail lounge and also a cigar consumption lounge. So we have cigars. So we actually have cigar rollers. So you come in and every cigar that we carry, we roll and we make them in-house. But it's a beautiful space with cocktails and these elevated charcuterie boards. But we do charcuterie boards like nobody else.
Ooh.
Like we literally have a charcuterie board with like lobster and steak on it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like crazy. We
I
have
think
a
that
brunch
took it past
board.
charcuterie.
No, yeah, like it's insane. It's insane. And we have these amazing like crafted cocktails. Like my favorite cocktail, we have this cocktail called the Color Purple, which is like this cognac cocktail with this hibiscus ice cube that turns the cocktail purple as the ice melts.
Oh,
so
wow.
that's really, really cool.
And where can we find this?
Oh, we're right on Auburn Avenue, and I think it's beautiful to be on Auburn Avenue, because at one point Auburn Avenue was the wealthiest black street in America.
Yeah.
And our location is so pivotal. We're right next to the SCLC.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King office was like, we share a wall with where Martin Luther King had an office.
Oh, yeah.
So that's just exciting for me.
Yeah,
So we're right downtown Atlanta.
So lucky number 7, as far as Atlanta Cigar Week goes, it is 7 days full of extraordinary events.
Yes.
What do you say? Which day and which event are you looking the most forward to?
I'm always looking forward to finer things on the rooftop of the Four Seasons.
Okay.
Because it's just such a different and unique thing to be. For one, for the Four Seasons to trust us enough to give us their space.
Yeah.
And then the block party. The block party is always just, we do this 90s block party every year, but this year we're doing a little different. We're doing it at this new club in Atlanta that has a pool and palm trees and cabana. We're talking about 2,000-3,000 people. Sitting on this one place with all the old school 90s cars, which is odd that 90s cars are old school now. But so that's one of my favorites. I love that event because it's kind of relaxed and chill. It's no dress code. You just kind of come and chill and enjoy yourself.
That's super exciting. But out of all of the events that you have on this week, you've already said that Tuesday night, which is the Four Seasons rooftop, and then the Sunday, the block party. Which one do you think is the biggest turnout, and which one do you feel She Smokes Too?
Without a doubt, every year everybody comes to She Smokes Too.
Why so?
I don't care, because She Smokes Too is the night that we actually turn up.
Okay.
So this year we're at Sweet Food Lounge. We've done it at we've literally taken over full nightclubs like the Gold Room and sell it out. So every year we sell out a nightclub. And so it's cool to see, you know, all these sophisticated cigar smokers who got something to lose, standing on couches, popping bottles. You know, that's kind of cool.
Right,
you know? So
letting their hair down.
Like, let your hair down, but
right.
everybody still fly in their suits and their dresses. So I love She Smoke too, because it's kind of like, you know, it's Atlanta.
Right.
You know, so we have fire DJs, and we do it in Atlanta the
yeah.
Atlanta way.
You're just giving people a safe place to have a rare form moment.
Exactly, and I love that.
We are serving every bit of leg here with Octavia. Octavia, it is 7 years with Atlanta Cigar Week. How do you feel?
Oh man, I just feel so proud of where it's come from where we started, which just started out as something that, you know, a group of friends, myself and my two partners, kind of were doing just for the culture, you know, and to see it grow to this level, I mean, it's super exciting.
Awesome. We've been talking about all of the events that are going on this week, and everyone continuously raves about Thursday, which is She Smokes Too, which I heard is a curated event that you had before Atlanta Cigar Week and brought it into it. Please tell me more about that event.
So She Smokes Too, I mean, for me, it was really just kind of like my way to bring something to this space that was new and fresh, and also just something that women could enjoy. When I kind of first started my journey with cigars, it wasn't all that friendly for women, you know, and so I wanted to create kind of like a safe space where women could explore, learn a little bit, mingle a little bit, meet people, and all of those things. And so it kind of started really small. Even that event started with like about 15 people. By the time I was kind of like worn out with doing the monthly, I mean, we were at 400 people per event, which is really large for a cigar event. And so, you know, naturally, I mean, when we started Atlanta Cigar Week, it had to be included in that because it was just one of those staple events that people just loved and enjoyed.
Right.
We've done them in Dubai, all around the country as well. And so, I was definitely happy to include it in Cigar Week.
So knowing that it was hard for you to transition as a woman into the cigar world, please walk us through your journey of being introduced into the cigar world.
Oh my goodness, it's so funny. And people laugh when I say it, but I met a guy, he took me on a date to a cigar lounge. I was like, what the heck is this? Like, what are we doing here? It smells, I don't like it. I mean, I'm young, you know, at the time. And but the more I sat there and kind of, you know, peeped the scene to see what was going on, I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. It just felt a lot more mature than things that I had been. All I knew at that time was the clubs.
Right, for sure.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I grew to just really enjoy the environment of being there. And I think that I grew my love for the leaf with time, with learning more about it. Do you know what I mean? But that's also where the problems kind of started, because when I was going to learn, you know,
people weren't friendly,
condescension, and you know, you're getting cat calls, and I'm like, I'm just here to smoke, man. But yeah, so that's kind of how my journey kind of went. But you know, the more I kind of delved into it and was able to learn more about it, I think it became easier for people to take me seriously, because a lot of people looked at me at the time like, she don't know nothing about cigars. She's just here for the look or for whatever have you. When in all actuality, I mean, I was who I was before I got here, like Jay-Z said.
Facts.
I've been looking like this, but now I smoke cigars, and now I know a lot about cigars. Now I'm a tobacconist, and I do these events, and I love it, you know?
Okay, so tell me, Tony, what was your introduction into the cigar world?
The cigar world? So I would actually, I would get in my car and smoke cigars and drive 2 or 3 hours just to clear my head.
Oh, wow.
Well, actually, if you go back to my introduction, it was those little candy cigars with the dust in them when you was a kid, and you would blow that dust out and you acting like you were a boss, smoking a little piece of gum. But as I got older and began smoking real cigars, I started there, and then I opened up a nightclub with an attached cigar lounge. Unfortunately, it was in Virginia Beach, and there wasn't a strong cigar culture there. So it became a smoking area for my guests with their cigarettes. So I left that market, moved here, and a couple of friends and I opened up a cigar lounge, and it was an awakening for me. It made me feel like I wasted a lot of time with nightclubs.
Oh, wow.
I felt like I was getting dumber every day going in there because of the actions of the patrons compared to the actions of the cigar smokers. A great community, of people. Learn a lot. There's a lot of networking, a lot of business deals happening. It's just a lot of great individuals.
I have to know, 50 years of hip hop, what does that mean to you?
Hip hop saved my life. So to be able to celebrate 50 years of an art form that we created, for it to be the #1 most consumed music in the world, it's a blessing and job not done.
Yes.
We got a lot of people to empower. Our voice should be heard through our music and through our movies and through our books and through our poetry. And I want to continue to break down barriers and allow young kids the opportunities to express themselves.
That's amazing. Thank you for sharing your time with us today and also coming out to Atlanta Cigar Week. So you have to tell me, when did you get introduced to cigars?
Seriously, about 15 years ago. And I became an addict probably about 10 years ago. It's just something about a great cigar, something about being able to hang out with my people and enjoy some of the finer things in life.